Encore Automotive Diagnostics and Repair. Welcome back to another episode of Encore Automotive Diagnostics and Repair. My name is Matthew, and I am here for you. Today I have a 2017 Toyota Tundra, and they have the 5.7 liter engine. The customer diagnosed their own water pump, and they were correct. In this video, I will show you the step-by-step process that I did to get this water pump on and off in about 3 hours. We are in the process now of adding the coolant and making sure that the vehicle heats up and the fans turn on and everything operate as planned. So if you have any issues with your Toyota Tundra, leave the comments below. And if you have any questions about any other vehicles, please look at our content that's available and subscribe and hit the bell, and we'll definitely make sure that we respond to your comments if you leave any below. We do appreciate you, and I've been absent from in front of the camera because I've been running Encore Automotive here in Smithfield, North Carolina, and I do it single-handedly. I did recently get some help, and I appreciate it of that, but you guys help me out a lot too by smashing that subscribe button. So help me out, smash that subscribe button, share it with your friends, and comment on anything you see that we can help you out, and let us know. Thank you for choosing our channel today, Encore Automotive Diagnostics and Repair. To get started, you're going to remove, first we're going to disconnect this battery right here. Don't want any mistakes. This is rule number 1. Make sure the vehicle is in park. Disconnect the battery. Done. The belly pan on the bottom of the vehicle is going to be held in place by, I didn't count, about 4 10-millimeter bolts across the front, securing the belly pan to the front lower bumper cover here. And then there was about 4 or 5 13-millimeter bolts that was holding on shroud as well. And you can see that the coolant was coming out the bottom here. So far, pretty consistent with the water pump. And I also noticed that the coolant was low when I removed the radiator cap. And also that when I did fire up the vehicle, there was some noise coming from front end area. I'm gonna check the pulley for play, you know, just for a little curiosity. And we're gonna move forward with installing the part. Okay, because of the height of the vehicle compared to my actual height, I'm gonna let the air out of the tires, and I'm gonna do so by just simply removing the valve core. Don't lose them. I'm gonna keep them over here. Next, we're going to remove the fan shroud. This unit that surrounds the fan is tucked down below. 10-millimeter bolt here. Another one there. And there are just clips here. There are just clips there. And there's another one on the opposite side over there that you gotta be mindful of when you reinstall it. And you notice that clamp there is about to disintegrate. Rust. It'll be a good idea to also remove the upper radiator hose. This repair cost is about 2.7 hours worth of work. I'm recommitting to bringing you content. Woke up this morning about 4 a.m. I've been getting emails from London, United Kingdom. Shout out to the UK for watching my videos. Shout out to Alabama. And the United States of America. Okay, and what we're gonna do before we remove the serpentine belt, sorry I don't have much lighting. You get the spotlight here. Flashlight, where are you? So, there is some hoses connected to the fan shroud that you're gonna have to disconnect. It's gonna be right here, a hose retainer. It visibly, you'll be able to see how to remove it. Okay, the technique of removing the fan nuts. And it's a 12 millimeter. Simply just hold it in place, brace it with a screwdriver, flathead preferably. See, that's simple. Once you get all of them loose, you'll be able to just simply remove them with, prefer a ratchet, 12 millimeter ratchet wrench. Let me get it back up here. Just make sure you got them loose so you don't have any headaches. This is loose. This is loose. Get this one over here on the left hand side. They're not that tight. This vehicle's not that old. Doesn't have much rust on it either. Make sure you get it up there flush. Got it so I can get it up there flush. Now, remove. There we go. And the longer the wrench, the better access you'll have. I would like to throw in that tip. Okay, we got all the bolts removed, or the nuts removed out of the pulley and the fan. Next, you're going to gently remove this overflow hose from the radiator and twist it first. These gloves I have on are actually helping me a lot. Normally I just use the nitro disposables, but I'm starting to become accustomed to this style glove. And just gently twist and pull. You don't want to break this. And this here is connected to the shroud, and you want to remove these oil cooler lines here. That basically they say is integrated into the AC condenser. I'll double check that information before I publish this video, but I do believe that's where they go to. All right. Basically, just tuck this upper radiator hose out the way, bind it up here. Make sure you don't bind it anywhere that's gonna flex back and punch you in the face. Right. And basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna just remove the fan and the shroud all in one swipe, okay? So I'm gonna use my right hand on the fan, and let's see if I can set it down. Gotta be removed together because it's not. Yeah, nah. Some of these fan shrouds are two pieces, and you can separate them, but fortunately this one isn't, but It wasn't too much of a headache. Be careful when you grab this fan. If you grab it by the propellers, just be sure not to tug on it too much. But you really just want to grab it by that metal on the fluid coupler there, on the clutch. Okay, we're making good progress in getting to the water pump. So now we can remove the belt. Once we remove the belt, we're gonna remove this pulley that should just slide off now. And if you don't have any access to an internet or reference, you might wanna make a good diagram of the belt before you remove it. Leave this. All right, gonna use size 14 on the tensioner. Tensioner is gonna set to the right of the power steering, on top of the alternator. It's gonna pull up or rotate your hand counterclockwise this direction to get the tensioner. I need to go get my tripod so you can see it like this. Once you do this, hold the tension there. You're gonna have to slacken the belt at that moment in time. You'll be able to just smoothly take it off. Then forgive me on my camera shots. This was not a planned video, but I told myself this is a nice truck and there's a lot of these on the road. And if the water pumps failed on this one, it's definitely gonna be failing on a lot of other ones. So be careful with the radiator as well. I'm gonna get the belt. Okay, the belt is out of our way now. The water pump, center screen. So we're going to use the same technique that we did to remove the fan off this mechanism here to remove the pulley off the water pump. And as you can see right here, you have an incredible amount of movement in the shaft. The bearings on the shaft on this water pump are completely gone. I mean, it can get way worse, and you can also see the coolant leaking back there. The customer was 100% correct on this diagnosis. Okay, pulley is removed. It didn't come right off. We had to wiggle it, jar it loose, but it did come off. These are the 4 bolts that was holding the pulley on the water pump in place. Okay, the water pump pulley sets to the left of the fan, and as you can see here, how much play is in the shaft. The bearings are completely gone, so that's a good way to identify it. And clearly it was leaking because it was all over the bottom of the engine cover. Okay, you will need to remove this water outlet here. There's 3 bolts down here holding this water outlet on. I'm gonna go ahead and show them to you. One is there right at the top of the screen. And these hoses that are connected, you're gonna need to remove those as well. There. See the water pump bolts. So this has to come off. One, two, so you got 1 bolt there, 1 bolt there, and 1 bolt up there at the top. So basically, these hoses right here have to come out of the way, and disconnect this coolant hose. Remove these coolant bypass hose. And you might as well disconnect the lower radiator hose as well. So let's work on that. I'll be right back with you guys. They had a series of lines, and it's helped in there with 3 12mm fasteners. And they're placed in their triangular pattern. One at the top and 2 at the bottom, basically. And it's a triangular shaped pattern. It's gonna be 2 on this side here and 1 at the bottom. But as you can see, once you remove these 3 fasteners, you're gonna be right at the water pump. It's a seal here. Right there is the seal. And the water pump is, let me show you. If that makes more sense to you guys. And then there's one bolt that's supposed to be able to be removed, so you're able to get right there at the water pump, if that makes sense to me. Give you this. So let's see here. Move this out the way. Water pump out the way. Hold on 1 second. Let me move this house. Okay, the water outlet is here. Got a rubber gasket that goes here, got the rubber gasket that goes right here. Okay guys, this is the water outlet. These 1, 2, 3 bolts are mounted to the front of the water pump. And then see the water pump down there now. See a better view. All right, that's the water pump right here. Okay, water pump that goes through the top, so you got to remove that to gain access to the water pump. Without removing that outlet, you don't get access to the water pump. Okay, remove this line here, coolant line. Therefore, you have more play in this to get to the water pump. You're gonna need it to be removed out of the way so you can properly position the water pump in place. All right, I got the water pump removed off the vehicle. I'm gonna go over some things for you guys so y'all can see it. The gasket perforation points inward. Okay, don't forget the O-ring there for the water outlet. Got that gasket right there. Now, these 14mm bolts, they go there. I marked them blue, okay? And then this one bolt here, this longer one, goes here where the orange mark is. And on this new water pump, it's right there, okay? Don't forget to put the gasket there There was some sealant on the bottom of the boats. It was holding the water pump to the housing. However, I do believe it was from the timing cover. I didn't read anything about prepping these fasteners or threads with any type of sealant. So that was possibly from just the timing cover gasket. That's a little bit beyond the water pump. But basically, you're gonna have a series of lines and hoses going to the water outlet. You're gonna unplug the air pump connector. You're gonna remove the 10mm fasteners that are bracing these assembly lines. All right. Then after that, I did remove the pipe that was going down to the water outlet from this hose here. So I was able to gain access to that top screw on the water outlet before I actually removed it. So I actually took the hose off first, and then I was able to get to a boat that had some interference. I just wanted to make this video for you guys, just to be informative. May not be able to cover every step by step process, but hopefully it's informative, especially with the access, the views I was able to provide. I'm gonna be looking at this myself in the camera because I can't really see it like I want to see it. Now, another thing I would like to add, you're gonna want to be cautious of this nipple right here. You're gonna be in and out of this area, so just be cautious of this. You don't want to bang this up too much. And it looks like it's a great deal of clearance right here, but it's not a lot of clearance right here. So just be careful not to damage the radiator or anything like that. So, Matthew Sanders, Encore Automotive Diagnostics and Repair. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button. I'm gonna call this video here hands in the camera because my hand was in the camera more times than it's ever been on any other video I ever made. I'll do my best to try to edit it out, but I appreciate you guys for subscribing, supporting the channel. We are getting ready to give away a vehicle for reaching 1,000 subscribers. I am just so funny about cars. I want to get something decent to give away to the guys. So just bear with me. We're going to be working on that. We're still here. And thank you for supporting our channel, Encore Automotive Diagnostics and Repair. Thank you.